Guys, we have finally done it. After 7 years, I can finally build my dream gaming PC. We got the case over there looking nice and pretty, but this is the peak 2017 gaming PC. Oh yeah, I cannot fucking wait for this one. Let's go fucking set this shit up. I cannot wait. By the way, please excuse the lighting happening around me. I hope I'm not like too dark or too bright. I got a bit of a sunset thing happening right now, so we'll probably just keep this clip a little bit short just so we don't fuck up if we do. But this is the i7 7700K on a Z270 motherboard. For those of you who guessed this, you know, this is light work. The real ones, they already know what this shit is. But what I want to talk about is this fucking beast of a card. Without glazing it too much, this is the 1080 Ti Founders Edition, which I got for a pretty sweet deal. I'll probably make another video about this myself because it just looks so fucking good, am I right? But you can't spell peak gaming PC from 2017 without the 1080 Ti. So basically, this is what you need if you want the peak 2017 gaming PC. And for our case over here, we've got the Fractal Design Define 6. I actually just realized this came out like end of 2017 around Christmas time, and it would have probably been more prominent around 2018, but let's just not talk about that. It's all technically 2017. And I know the CPU here, the 8700K following the 7700K actually came out in 2017 as well. But let's not talk about that. Let's just talk about peak 2017 gaming PC with a little asterisk next to that. But anyway, this case can actually support a vertical mount, and if I just hold this here, that looks pretty fucking sweet, does that not? However, I'm gonna tease you guys because I actually don't have a riser cable for this, so unfortunately we can't get that done. But this is still a pretty good case from the time. Like when I was looking up this case, I saw so many reviews about it, and it is a pretty good case, especially considering like if you're doing like workstation or like fucking water cooling and all that shit that's happening. So it's a pretty sweet build for the peak 2017 gaming PC. Like 7700K, 1080 Ti. This was an expensive case when it came out as well. So you got a pretty expensive build from 2017. So let's fucking build this thing. I can't wait. All right, so first things first, we've got to actually make sure that this thing works, because if it doesn't, that's going to be pretty freaking awkward. I'm gonna just come up here and be like, oh yeah, I got the 1080 Ti, and bro, that shit doesn't even work. So something about daisy chain just looks so unsatisfying, but check that bitch out. Let me just get a close up. God damn. Oh, that green logo is so nice. All right, let's plug in our peripherals and get this shit going. By the way, I haven't officially tested this thing yet, so I'm a little bit nervous doing this. Power switch. Okay, it spins. Ooh. Alright. Ooh, that's kind of mint. I'm a bit nervously waiting for a post though. I did not sign up for this. I'm going to be right back. I'm just getting annoyed. To put a long story short, reset the CMOS, because that can save you from a whole lot of heartache. Alright, now continue watching the rest of whatever the fuck I was doing. Alright, so we are finally fucking back. Who knew how easy it was to clear the CMOS? Because I put the 650 in immediately because I was worried it wasn't posting because of the 1080 Ti. Still wasn't posting. Then I thought, hey, let's clear the CMOS, and guess what? The thing fucking works. So now let's just replay the whole thing that we just did and put in the 1080 Ti, because now I feel a lot more confident that it should work. Beautiful. All right. And I realized my motherboard legit has a button to turn it on, so get that up here. All right, here we go. But we do have to admire this car. Oh, straight away, bro. Straight away. That's it. That is what you call a post, bro. Fuck, that is nice. Bro, I swear, thank God this thing works. I was gonna have the scare of my life if this thing didn't work. Because I picked it up from the seller. The guy said it worked, but I didn't actually test it with him. He seemed like a nice guy. So I was like, you know what? Let's just pick up the card. No bullshit. Let's fucking get this thing. And it works. But I didn't need that scare. That was not necessary. But it was probably a Canon event. I don't know. There's my 2060, by the way. Do you guys reckon that the 1080 Ti is better than a 2060 Super? While this case is pretty cool, I do have to say, this thing loves some good dust. Like, look at this, bro. Like, it's got some cool features, like, you know, a little front door, 5.25-inch bay, some ventilation, soundproofing, full glass damn wall in here and everything. But it gets a bit dusty, so be prepared to wipe this bad boy down if you're going to be using this thing. But other than that, it's going to look pretty damn nice with our motherboard and graphics card in there. So let's chuck this shit in. Alrighty, let's get ready to pop the motherboard in, starting off with the dreaded IO shield. I'm still yet to cut myself on one of these things, so hopefully I don't jinx myself. I think that's it, too easy. Alrighty, let's bring the motherboard in here. Right, we can bring in the motherboard. Just a quick note, you got one of those things where you can just hook the motherboard on so that you can lock it into place, which is pretty damn nice. All the standoffs are in the right location as well. Are we close or not? What's doing, bro? Oh, okay. Let's see what the issue is. Come on, brother. Is that standoff just... Oh, come on, mate. Oh, maybe that bottom part wasn't clicked in. Oh, they like it firm, don't they? There we go, that's a lot better. And notice that little thingamabob is sticking through, holding that thing in place nice and easy. Gotta screw this thing in. It's probably gonna be the boring part for you guys. I'll probably just edit over, so don't even worry about it. I got you guys sorted. You know, sometimes I wonder, like, you have these small screws over here. I don't know how well you can see that, but these small screws all hold up this motherboard from pretty much falling down when the case is set upright. And it makes me wonder, like, these screws are pretty strong then, because these motherboards are quite heavy, especially considering like the CPU cooler, that's like half a kilo or something, like pulling the weight against it, and these screws still hold themselves up. So sometimes it scares me a bit because these CPU coolers really are heavy, and I do wonder like how they even prop themselves up, you know, like with the 4 little holes around the CPU socket, but they just get the job done, so no complaints. But these little screws are stronger than I think they are. Let me just take this camera off. You can tell when you're working with a nice case because this motherboard got in here super easily. Look at these rubber grommet things. I think the cable management is going to be a breeze with this computer, and all the room that we had to get the motherboard in, probably for like, you know, fans and stuff for all that clearance, but it was super easy. And this thing is looking pretty good, and our CPU cooler will fit, no worries, because we've got a 140mm fan behind it, so no worries with the clearance there. But you know what time it is. Oh yes, let's get this shit in. Guys, I think we have to put it in the vertical slot just to see what it looks like. I know we won't be able to turn it on or anything, but I want to see what it looks like. This will be an interesting POV. I'm just gonna leave my phone. Never mind. Now, I'm not gonna put this thing in like fully. Let me just put something in there because it's gonna fall down. Holy. Now, I'm not tightening the screws all the way because I tried vertically mounting a card in here just to see what it looked like again, and I had such a traumatic experience trying to get it out. It got like full wedged in there. I had to get like the WD-40 out and everything. I'm not gonna fully tighten this thing down, but damn, that would look good though, wouldn't it? Oh, this car looks so good. I know it's really dusty here. I'm gonna clean that in another video. Oh my God. All right, that's probably enough glazing. Let's just actually put the card in properly now. All right, that's enough side quests. Let's get to the task at hand, and that is putting this bad boy in. And I guess we can do a bit of a sag check on this thing. I don't know how saggy thing's gonna be. One thing I will say about this card is it feels like very sturdy. Like it's quite a solid, heavy card. It just feels very solid. It's a hard to describe feeling, but you can just feel it. Like, it does not feel very flexible at all. Jeez, that looks pretty fucking good though, doesn't it? God damn, let me sit the case upright and see if it actually sags or not. Shit, it's heavy, bro. Let's have a look. Now, it looks pretty straight. Need to get the spirit level out. I'll tell you what, when I look at the card from this angle, you can sort of see where the 20 series founders cards get their side profile from. I feel like I can see the resemblance in like this curvy shape. Just a random thought when I'm looking at it right now, but it looks pretty straight though, doesn't it? Sorry for my camera work, like this fucking focus is pissing me off, making everything dark. Looks pretty damn straight to me. Damn, that's like the least sag I've ever had in a card. If you have a look at mine over here, mine maybe teeny bit sagging. Doesn't help that the AIO tubes are on it, but anyway. Holy. Bro, you know what I just realized? I don't think we have a power supply. I'm gonna have to go find one. I probably got something at the top in my closet. Probably that thing there, but this one likes to make funny noises and I don't really like that. People in my parts, by the way, I actually cleaned this up the other day. Made everything look a little bit neater, but there's nothing crazy in here. From the surface looking in, this power supply might seem pretty decent, pretty alright to you, but it makes this really annoying high-pitched noise when I use it. Like, it works fine, but yeah, I probably would not use this in a build. But one other thing which I will happily accept criticism of is the daisy chain PCIe cable. Unfortunately, I have no choice, but I'm not going to be rocking this for a long while, pretty much just to benchmark it. But this is not very peak power supply, but unfortunately, it's all I have. I sort of thought of this build together and I was like, oh shit, what am I going to use for my power supply? I kind of forgot. And then I was like, well, this is all I got sitting around, so we'll just use this. But let's chuck this bad boy in. All right, brother's looking pretty good. Let's get that bracket sorted. You know what? I'm going to use silver screws because fuck this power supply and its high-pitched noise. That's the punishment it's going to have to receive. That looks like shit. These little fucking silver screws is what this fucking power supply deserves. That actually sticks out so much more than what I thought it would. Sucked in. You get to look like shit now because you make bad noise. Alrighty, let's plug everything in. Not going to bore you with that. I'm going to bore myself actually doing it myself, so yeah. Oh, shout out to the case, by the way. It's got a pretty cool fan hub. And this is what the back of it looks like. It's got some cool shit here. SSD, the grommets. Holy shitload of hard drive storage and some dusty fans. But yeah, this case has got some pretty good capabilities and I'm hopefully going to enjoy the cable managing this thing. So, auto rate the cable management. Honestly, it gave me the shits doing this one. First of all, the USB 3 was not my friend. That shit still looks really ugly and big. It has to do a massive bend over there as well, which don't even get me started. And then our front panel connections, I don't know why that looks dusty. Anyway, the front panel connections, that was not really good either. Like all the cables were just really rigid and didn't want to bend the way I wanted them to. Had to hold them all together to put them in at the same time. That was not really that good either. And then I wanted to put my SSD here because, you know, you can do it and that's where the cables come from. There wasn't a spot like here to do it in a cutout, so I wanted to do it there, but we had this absolute shit fight of cables here, so we ended up giving that up and we just chucked it on the back. And then I just started to get annoyed. I just started plugging shit in. We're just going to close the back panel and pray that it all works and we're good. But other than that, that was not a fun experience as I thought it would be, especially considering this case. It just had some really rigid cables, which was pretty damn annoying. Fuck you, side panel. Alright lads, we're just about ready to turn this thing on for the first time. It's gonna switch the monitors and shit over, but are we ready? Here we go. Ready? Ooh-yah. Very nice. I don't know if this microphone is going to pick up that screeching noise from the power supply, but I tell you what, I can definitely hear it, and it is not. Oh, sorry, I was talking a bit too fast there, but I can definitely hear this power supply noise, and it is annoying me. But look at that, man. Let's have a proper look at this thing. Now, I don't know if I'll have to reinstall Windows. I have a random drive that I did have Windows on, but I don't even remember what specs I had on it when I actually installed it. Yeah, it's doing something because 7700K, but I don't know if I had this with a Ryzen CPU. This might be a fried operating system. I'll have to redo it. Fortnite boss. What's the password? Uh-oh. Yeah, actually, what's the password? I don't know. Surely like 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're definitely gonna have to reset Windows. But anyway, so we've got Fortnite set up. We've got the setup over here. We had to introduce a second SSD so that we could actually install Fortnite because the original 120 gigabyte boot drive didn't have enough space to put Fortnite on. So we had to get another 120 in there. But we got it and we're playing Fortnite now. So let's have a look at how well this thing can perform. We'll go through a range of different things. We'll probably just do performance mode, DX11 and 12, and see how we go across everything. So let's do it. Alrighty, so these are my settings. We've got DX11, no frame rate, no VSync. Just literally have a look. We've chosen Epic. We'll see how we go. We'll probably just do Epic across everything just for a clean comparison. I'm not too sure, but these are the settings. And bro, this GPU's cooked. Look at that. Jesus, bro. We might have to hop in the afterburner and just crank up the fan on this thing. Fuck. The frames look a bit cooked, I'm not gonna lie. I've got that damn glitch that forces me to run, and if I'm not, I'm literally walking. Oh shit, there's a guy. Alright, so that looked like a solid, like 50 frames. Pretty cheeks this game, don't worry about that, but... Oi, look at this, bro. Okay, we're chilling. Just gotta chill up top here so I can see if I can get some FPS, see what the go is. Oi. Who's fucking got smoke with me? So we're getting about 50 with DX11 with everything on Epic. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to switch it to DX12 and see how that goes. Okay, so we're in with DX12 now. Same settings. Yeah, this is everything's 1080p here as well. If that wasn't clear already. Let's just make it Epic just for the sake of consistency. I think we've crashed actually. Oh, no we haven't. Apply. Alright, so everything's Epic. Just have a quick look if anyone's interested in this stuff. And let's go see if we can get into a game. But look at how much power this thing is consuming. That's pretty cooked. Damn. And yeah, and the temperatures are pretty fried as well. Like, I mean, we can actually crank up the fan. Maybe we should do that now, considering it's at like 80 degrees. It's pretty loud. See if we can get the temperature to drop. Bro, it took me ages to get into the game. I just found myself falling with 73 people left in the game. And oh yeah, CPU's been at 100% for quite a bit, rendering everything in. GPU's starting to cook as well. Just fix that focus. Where the fuck are we? And since it's still rendering, I'm not sure how realistic this frame's FPS number actually is. I'm gonna try to hit up this house here. Hey, I mean, the GPU is actually keeping its temperature under 80 now. Don't let me jinx that. I hope it doesn't go up, but still, that actually looks a bit better now. Whoops. Alright, I think we've settled into the game a little bit better. We're about 45 frames per second, but we're not doing anything crazy. Like, it's not a fully accurate number considering, you know, I'm not anywhere where all the action's at anyway. I feel like this is going to turn out to be more like 30. I see someone over there. Oi. Damn, these bots are getting better. I'm literally getting all the bots. All right, well, hopefully this is getting a good demonstration of the frames. There's one. Okay, this guy's probably real, I'm guessing. Yeah, probably. Yeah, there you go. About 40 frames, I would say, in DX12 Epic. Not bad, but this thing is cooking. See if my phone mic can pick this up. And yeah, 200 watts, so that thing is getting pretty damn toasty. And you got to keep in mind, this thing is a Virgin graphics card. It literally hasn't been opened. You can still see its sticker has not been cracked. So this is running on the original like thermal paste and stuff. So if we repaste it, we could probably benefit this thing quite a lot. But anyway, that's DX12. All right, so we're in here. We've got performance mode enabled. We've got no frame rate limit, no VSync. This is what the graphics stuff looks like. Everything's set to epic here, and that is high. And yeah, so let's jump into a game and... Uh-oh. Oh, brother, I just want to play the game. Are you fucking serious, bro? I'm gonna restart this and just pray that we don't have any issues. Bro, did the servers just go down when I was trying to do Benchmarkz? Okay, so I don't know what's actually happening here. I'm trying to give you guys performance mode. I've done DX11 and 12, but unfortunately, I don't think we can. For whatever reason, Epic Games has just shit the bed at literally why I'm doing this, because 5 minutes ago I was running DX12 Epic. So yeah, I'm sorry about that one, but this thing, it gets pretty hot, but I do have good potential for this thing, because I think if we just repaste the thermal paste, give it a clean, because that little plastic bit is pretty rank. I don't know if you can see. Give it a clean and this GPU should be good. I know it's a blower card. There's not much we can do about that, but we can make it a bit better. And even if we crank the fan, it keeps the temperatures under control. So, you know, since we couldn't run performance mode, I thought I'll at least run Heaven Benchmark and just show you guys whatever score that we get. And this is the score we got with Heaven Benchmark. Interpret that however you want to. I think you guys are going to like this. We've got the fan over here at 25, which is the lowest you can put it to. And I'll just put the mic right up close and see what that sounds like. Pretty quiet, not doing any damage, but let's crank that to 100. Nice. Blower style GPU fans. And also, I'm sort of just realizing now, I was saying the temps were good, but that's because there's a temperature limit at 84. So I believe that sort of means that it would have been bottlenecking then a little bit, right? Yeah, temperature limit 84. So yeah, but still, I was pretty impressed with this thing regardless. And not too shabby GPU. Now I'm going to do a benchmark on the CPU, because we haven't really talked about it that much. The i7 7700K, the classic 4-bore core of Intel's complacency, but got the temps and stuff over here, so let's see how well it does under a 10-minute stress. Just chuck this shit over there. Look at these temperatures, 64 degrees on the CPU. I got to give credit to the cooler, but the nature of having a blower style graphics card is good in this aspect, because since it doesn't exhaust air into the case and let it rise and then the CPU cooler picks it up, it just literally exhausts it out the back through the rear PCIe slots. It's good in that factor that it can help your CPU out a little bit. I mean, yes, I literally don't have the glass panel on, but I'm sure that's a little bit of the factor as to why we're getting a good temperature. So if you have a really toasty CPU, a blower style GPU could be for you. And there is a finished score of 5,439. Do with that what you will, but it is lower than the other actual 7700K by almost 1,000. It's the nostalgia for me that makes me appreciate this computer so much. We've got the 1080 Ti in here, which has aged so well, or maybe not well, but it's just become iconic over time. And coming back 7 years later from when it released, we get to appreciate it and just look at how iconic it is. And that makes me love this computer even more, because 7 years ago, 2017, I would have been 12, 13 years old, and I didn't have a gaming computer at that time. And this is the type of shit you look up to. This is pretty cool. And the case looks awesome as well. I really like this build. It's just nostalgic. I love it. But anyway, this has been the build, the peak 2017 gaming PC. Please like and subscribe if you wish to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Please go watch some more of my videos because I make some pretty cool stuff. But anyway, thank you for watching. See you later.